Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So I'm Kayla. First of all, if you happen to be like coming across my channel, never seen my face before, welcome. Be my friend. I've got two kids. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. They are not the best eaters. They have never been the best eaters. With Riley, my older one, we didn't do baby-led weaning. And then with Jackson, I was like, well, I kind of messed up with her. Like, let me do baby-led weaning with Jackson. Tried that. That didn't even work either because now he's even pickier than Riley is. So all that to say, my kids give me a hard time in the kitchen. And so I hope this video, I don't know, either it gives you some ideas or at least shares like some reality. Like this is what a real day in the life of what my kids eat. Nothing is super fancy. I do share a really good cookie recipe with you guys. So if you guys like cookies, stay tuned because I'll show you that in the video. And by the way, I did film this video last week when I was at my mom's house, but it doesn't matter. You're just gonna see like a different kitchen in the background. That's still like very basic stuff that we would normally eat even if we were here at home. So just wanted to throw that out there. But I hope it helps. If you do happen to be new here, by the way, would love for you to stick around, subscribe. I do have a whole bunch of other like what my kids eat in a day videos that I filmed before. Also like what our family eats, what I eat in a day. I did one recently. So I'll have all of that linked down below. I have like a playlist. It's like food and wellness or something like that. So I'll have all those down there in the description box if you want to reference them. I also have an Amazon storefront with like some of my favorite like cookbooks for kids and like some of their utensils and stuff. I don't know, maybe you have like a younger kiddo, you want to take a look at that. But that is it. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And like I said, subscribe if you're new. Now let's get right into it.
All right, so we're gonna start off with breakfast. And for breakfast, we're gonna make French toast. So this is something that I try to make for the kids at least once a week, and it's super easy to make. All you need is some bread, milk, an egg, cinnamon, and I'm also going to be adding in some flaxseed just for little extra nutrients because my kids eat very little of anything that is even relatively good for them. So you're going to basically just add all of the ingredients to a bowl. I don't recommend cutting up the bread first. Just put the whole slice of bread in there and then cook it. It's just going to make it easier. It's not going to be falling apart and all of that. I don't ever use perfect measurements. So this is something that's not super complicated at all. So I promise if you've never made it before, just try it. Once everything's mixed together, you dip the bread in so that it gets coated. And you can also use a better bread like brioche. I think that's usually what they use for French toast. This is all I had at my mom's house, so it wasn't like the best to be coated and cooked with, but whatever. And by the way, this is a great way to get your kids to eat eggs if they're picky and they don't like eggs like my kids. Like eggs for my kids are hit or miss. So this is like an easy way to sneak in some of that egg and some of that protein in their breakfast. So that's really one of the reasons why I like making this at the very least once a week. You can also like make a bunch of this and then like put them in the freezer and then reheat them for breakfast. So you can like batch cook them and then just put them in the freezer. They reheat really well. But it's usually either this, waffles, pancakes for breakfast, like one of those three. So if you have any other recommendations for breakfast recipes that your kids enjoy that aren't very complicated at all, feel free to share them in the comments. And then I'm just serving it here with berries, which my kids love. Every morning they get some kind of variation of berries. I'm also adding in some whipped cream, which they like, and some maple syrup. And we also do still give the kids milk in the morning. They always ask for it. So for Riley, I do 2% milk. For Jackson, I do whole milk. I'll ask the doctor the next time we go, like if we need to graduate Jackson now to 2%. But they do like their milk. And then that's pretty much it for breakfast. So this is how much they ate of it. And for my kids, that is super, super good. Okay, so next up we have a snack, and it was candy, okay? It was candy. Do not kill me. It's a little bit healthier candy. This is like our healthier version of Skittles, these giggles that we get from Thrive Market. We love them. I had done some homeschool with Riley earlier in the day, so she got a treat, and that is what she got. And then meanwhile, Jackson was having a cookie that I think Mimi had given him. So not the healthiest of snacks, but everything in moderation. That's how we do things in this house. Then probably not even 5 minutes later, they asked for another snack. So I cut up some grapes for them. Like I said, we kind of balanced the candy with something a little bit healthier. My kids would eat fruit all day long if I let them. So if it's not strawberries, it's cantaloupe. If it's not cantaloupe, it's an apple or a banana. Like both of my kids love fruit. So they have that quite a few times a day. All right, so moving on to lunch, we're gonna do some chicken nuggets and fries. Very simple, but I'll show you the ones that I like to make for them. So these are the Applegate chicken nuggets, just a little bit healthier. And then these are the Lexia sweet potato fries. So I just put them in the oven this time around. Plenty of times I make the kids chicken nuggets straight in the microwave, but if I want them to be a little bit crispier and have even like a chance, a little tiny bit of hope that Jackson might eat them, then I put them in the oven. Jackson has given me the hardest time with eating chicken. He does not touch any kind of chicken or protein like that, like meat. Like, he just does not like it, but I still offer it to him and just do my best, and that maybe one day he will. So then with the chicken nuggets and the fries, I'm just adding some kind of additional fruit. Like, by the end of the day, the kids have eaten like every single fruit that I have in the house. So I just try to rotate, like, what did they not have for snack? What did they not have for breakfast? So we had some watermelon chunks, and then I'll also, like, sometimes Riley will ask me for a fruit salad. She wants to be a little fancy. So then I have to put like 2 different fruits on her plate. So I did watermelon and strawberry that day, and that she very much liked. And then just so you guys can see that I tried, here I tried serving the chicken nuggets with some ketchup. This is the Primal Kitchen ketchup that I like. It's just a little bit cleaner. I think there's less sugar in it. But I tried to give Jackson the nuggets with some ketchup, because people will tell you, serve it with condiments so that they can dip it, all of that. Everything I've tried, the kid just does not like chicken nuggets. So I tried to make it a little bit exciting, but he did not end up even touching the ketchup. And then so you can see what they actually ended up eating. Jackson did not really love the sweet potato fries or the chicken. He really just had watermelon for lunch. And then Riley, surprisingly, did eat like all of her chicken, some of the fruit, and then I think she tried maybe a sweet potato fry. Okay, so later that day we made cookies. So I'm gonna share with you guys a really simple cookie recipe. It's a little bit of a healthier cookie recipe because it's got old-fashioned oats in it. But I love this, and the kids did too. This recipe is from one of my favorite cookbooks. It's My First Cookbook, which is like a book that's like showing kids how to cook stuff. But there's some really cute recipes in there that are like easy for them to cook alongside you. So I'll have this one linked down below in the description box in case you want to grab it. So in one bowl, you're gonna mix all the dry ingredients. So half a cup of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. Then you're gonna mix all of that together, just make sure everything's combined. Then you're gonna take 6 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, and you're gonna pour it in a separate bowl. And then to that, you're gonna add half a cup of light brown sugar. Then add 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Then just take a second to make sure that everything's mixed together. Then you're gonna add to that same bowl 1 egg and also half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then just again, like we keep doing, just make sure that everything's mixed. And then you're gonna take your bowl with the dry ingredients, like the flour and stuff, and you're gonna pour it into the bowl with the wet ingredients. So then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna add 1.5 cups of the old-fashioned rolled oats. I love baking cookies that have the old-fashioned oats. My kids really like them, I like them, and I feel like they're just a little bit healthier. And then this recipe also does call for a quarter cup of pecans if you want. I left them out because my brother's allergic to nuts, so I just made them with the old-fashioned oats. But I did add a quarter cup of chocolate chips. So you can add chocolate chips. You could also add in like dried cranberries. At this point, you can add in pretty much whatever it is that you want, but I just did the chocolate chips. Then I thought it would be fun to let the kids make these cookies, and you'll see that that was a mistake. Make them little cookies.
Oh, yeah.
No, but just grab like a little bit and just put it there on the pan.
Like a little bit
Yeah?
like this?
You don't have to make these into a ball because these are kind of hard to make into a ball. So you just kind of grab them and put them like that.
Grab.
And then you can smush them after.
Okay, is that
Okay, how about I'll do this and then you smush them.
okay?
Okay.
Yuck. Why didn't wash your hand? You see? Aww.
I've got it, guys.
Yucky. Mama hands. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't like the feel.
You don't like the feeling, but when
Under
you eat
your
them,
armor.
they'll be good.
Mama, under your arm.
It's on my arm?
Yeah.
No way. The yes way.
There's no way. Mama,
Hey,
let
stop
me
doing
sit.
that. I'm gonna help you wash your hands.
Mama, let me do sit
You're gonna sit?
down.
Okay.
Mama.
Now you can kind of smush them a little
No.
bit. You want to make them more like cookies.
Stop. I'm stuck. Oh no. Mama, what happened?
Anyway, moving on. So once you have your cookies laid out, I like to use parchment paper, by the way, when I bake these days. You're gonna bake them for about 8 to 10 minutes at 375 degrees. And then once they come out of the oven, you do wanna try to let them cool for about 30 minutes. And then this is what they look like once they're done. They're really good, so I highly recommend trying them out. So this was another one of the snacks that my kids had that day. So then at this point, it is almost dinner time, but not quite. It never fails, you guys. Like literally like 30 minutes before I am ready to start working on dinner, the kids are screaming at me, saying that they're hungry, saying that they want a snack. So usually what happens is I cave and I give them some kind of snack. Today I tried at least for it to be a healthy one. So I gave both of them apples. Riley prefers hers to be sliced up. Jackson will eat his apple whole. But something that Jackson started doing recently that like had me shooketh, because I didn't think he'd ever even entertain that thought, is he started having apple slices with peanut butter. So he does like peanut butter, and so I taught him that he could like dip the apples in peanut butter. I didn't do it this day, but maybe that's another thing you might want to look to if you need some more snack ideas. So now last but not least, we have dinner. So when it comes to dinner for the kids, I try to like see what they haven't really had a lot of throughout the day. Some days they will eat more or less what we eat. Other days I am a short order cook and I cook each of them something different, prepare something different for them. And that's kind of what I'm doing today. So for Jackson, I'm gonna give him some Greek yogurt. Surprisingly, he will eat plain Greek yogurt. He'll eat it like on its own, wherein it kind of like tastes like sour cream and it has like a tangier taste. But today, on this day, like I added some honey into it so that it's a little bit sweeter. So he's gonna have yogurt, and then in place of yogurt, Riley's gonna have one of these Paw Patrol string cheeses. Like she loves those. And then for both of them, I'm gonna take some of these like Kellogg Club crackers, put a little bit of peanut butter on them, and make kind of like peanut butter cracker sandwiches. It's super basic, you guys. My kids really like give me a hard time with what to give them, and I never know, okay? But one of my go-to things, if I want to get some peanut butter in their system, if I want for there to be a little bit more protein, is sometimes these very boring peanut butter cracker sandwiches. So do not judge me. This is one of the few things that they'll eat. So I just put a little bit of the peanut butter in the middle and then sandwich 2 crackers in there and then call it a day. In terms of veggies, one of the things that the kids have started sometimes eating, it's again hit or miss, sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't, is baby carrots. So I put some baby carrots on their plate. The kids have been adventurous at trying like ranch dressing with the carrots. So that's what I was hoping that they would eat that day. I also added some blackberries. Like seriously, like what fruit did the kids not eat today? But whatever, they love blackberries, so added some of that. And then we did have some leftover macaroni in the fridge. The kids are not huge fans of macaroni, but again, I figured might as well use the leftovers and see if I could serve them something that they maybe would eat, but they didn't. So that's what a very usual, typical dinner looks like for the kids. If we had been having something like grilled chicken, I would have given that to Riley. Or sometimes like with steak, Riley actually will eat a little bit of like some kind of protein. So we've had pork chops before and she would eat it, but Jackson wouldn't. But that day we were having something different, so that's what they got. So this night, they actually did pretty good. So Riley ate everything. This was like shocking news that Riley ate all her food, and then Jackson ate all of the yogurt, but not much else. So Riley definitely deserved some kind of treat, some kind of dessert. So that's what I prepared for her next. This is just ice cream that we had at my mom's house. They really liked this brand. And then we had a little bit of like leftover birthday cake too. So Riley got birthday cake and ice cream. Jackson just got like a little bit of ice cream because I felt bad for him. But that is what they ate on that day. That's what a day looks like of them eating, you guys.
All right, so that is it, you guys. What did you think? I don't know, maybe it was super boring. Maybe you're like, okay, she put together some freaking crackers, but that's literally my life. That's literally how we eat. So I hope that you guys, I don't know, got something from this video. If you want to share any of your own like go-to things that you make for your kids, if you have picky kids, like what's very basic that you can make for them that's still kind of nutritious, feel free to share those ideas, suggestions in the comments. If there's any like food blogs that you love, I feel like the comments could be like a really helpful place where we can just kind of go to and get some inspiration. But that is it for today's video. So let me know if you like this, you want to see more, any of that. Thanks for being here. I love your freaking faces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.